Welcome into Wednesday night soccer action on the channels of FIFA Plus. My name is Max Balpov, and you are watching the Maryland Bobcats play Albion San Diego. Welcome on board. We're happy you've joined us for tonight's matchup, a critical contest here as the NISA season draws to a close later on this month. It is finally October. The air is starting to get chilly in the night here in Maryland as we get set for this freezing cold matchup. Tonight's matchup between the fourth place Bobcats and the third place Albion San Diego features two teams that are in interesting spots in their season. Albion San Diego on their Eastern road trip, taking care of this matchup tonight. And over the weekend, they will play Flower City Union. For Maryland, it is their final homestand as they play here tonight against San Diego and next Saturday against Gold Star FC to wrap up the home half of their season. As the teams get set for their match day pictures, we'll get started with the starting lineup. First for the visitors from California, coached by Diego Gomez. Benjamin Roach will be in the net for Albion San Diego tonight, the starter for all of their matches so far this season. The 6'4" Santa Barbara, California native has conceded 18 goals on the season for a .857 goals against average. He has 11 clean sheets, although 4 of those are nothing draws. So a little bit of interesting point there for Roach. He's had a lot of success keeping the ball out of the net, but the offense not exactly the best at putting the ball into the net in the league. Out ahead of him will be Luis Almeida making his NISA debut and Ernest Mitchell. And then a bunch of midfielders Daniel Bedoya, Alexander Dalu, Tyler Gabara, Shinya Kadono, Andrew Kuliselski, who that name is going to trip me the entire night, Corey Lundin, Ronaldo Pineda, and Cyrus Tran. No natural strikers in the order today for San Diego, but they do have two available off of the bench. Meanwhile, for the home squad, the Maryland Bobcats, coached by Alex Cow in his first season with the team, the starting goalkeeper tonight should be no surprise to anybody who's watched a Bobcats game. It will be number one, Alex Sutton out of New York City. Philip Brown, Philip Burnett, James Filerman, and Richard Forca are the back four. In the middle, Andrew Wivel, Manuel Gonzalez, Josilan Pusayan, the team captain, number 8, and Michael Akinkoye. And up front, Abduyam and Darwin Espinal, the team's leading goal scorer, and tied for first with Marcus Nagelstad in goals with his 11th coming against the Michigan Stars over the last weekend. An interesting formation here as Albion San Diego will get the whistle from Balbir Cabrera Garcia, our match official, and we are underway. Back to Roach for the first touch, and this one is sent into the blender on the near side of the field. Not 100% sure what San Diego is doing on this formation, but they've got a bunch of guys surrounding Espinal as he tried to break free. He does. It looked like Yam might have been offside here, so San Diego will let the ball run out of play. That was Almeida letting that one escort to the touchline. As here comes Ernest Mitchell to get things started with the throw-in. First minute of action here from Maureen Hendricks Field. Keeping it along the right side. This is going to be an interesting strategy for San Diego if they try to push the right side of their attack and the left side of the Bobcats defense as Pierre Richard has slotted into the starting lineup for Maryland. That was not the name I said earlier, so I'm going to have to see who came out instead. Richard was listed as a substitute on the team sheet that I got an hour ahead of the contest as the ball goes out of play for a San Diego throw. So, not 100% sure who came out instead. Gabara gets play restarted, the captain for San Diego. You may recognize the last name of Tyler Gabara. He has a rather famous mother, if you must know, one of the originals of the U.S. women's national team. Karen Jennings Gabara, who won both the Women's World Cup in 1991 and retired as an international player with an Olympic gold medal to her name, coming on as the final substitute of the United States in that match against China in the gold medal round. As the men in blue push the ball into the midfield area. Number 8 is Ronaldo Pineda. He finds Tyler Gabara. This one will poke all the way through, and Alex Sutton will calm things down for his defense. I'm trying to get a read of who was not named in the roster. So Pusayan is in. I see that. Filerman is in. I see him. He has the ball now. Richard's got it, who was originally listed as on the bench when the roster was given to me an hour ago prior to the match time. Again, you gotta get ready for anything to be different here as Darwin Espinal knifes through 3 players and then is fouled along the way. So the ball will have to come back to the spot of the foul, but the ball was kicked away toward Alex Sutton. So instead, we'll need a little bit of help to get that ball to its intended spot. Cyrus Tran is standing over the spot where the looked like the foul occurred. Pusayan gets us going again. Filerman pokes it free. Espinal's got it. Moving toward the penalty area, now turns away, looking for his one-time Detroit City FC teammate, and this pass goes awry as it could not make it through back. Foul is given in favor of San Diego. And Mitchell gets us restarted again through Almeida. Almeida again, center of the field. San Diego is coming into tonight's contest with plenty to their name. Their last 5 includes 2 victories, a loss, and 2 draws. They currently sit third in the NISA table, and with a win tonight, a long way to go would help them secure their spot in the NISA table and secure at least one home playoff date. Wind and a blast from Corey Lundeen. That one goes high and out of play. Lundeen, the Arroyo Grande, California native, born in San Luis Obispo. A lot of young players on the San Diego squad, many of their birthdays starting with a year in the 2s, and Lundeen is no different with his birthday in July of 2000. There is a substitute on the bench tonight for San Diego who is 16 years old. I have been assured that he is great, so we'll see about that if he is able to get into tonight's contest. Foul on Espinal as he was trying to get around the defensive block, but the man with the ball in that exchange was number 11, Shinya Kodono. Kodono, as the name might suggest, born in Kobe, Japan. He's from Irvine, California, though, is his listed hometown. One of the few players on this team with a birth year starting with 19 as opposed to 20. Here's Roach, one of the leading contenders for the Golden Gloves Award in NISA with the most clean sheets. If anybody's curious, his .85 goals against average is behind that of Alex Sutton at a .84. As it rolls out for a goal kick well defended by Josilan Pusayan, and Alex Sutton will take the ball. I'm glad that San Diego has legible numbers on their uniform, which in some cases through this season has not been a guarantee, but the names are incredibly hard to read from this far away. I'm glad I have a pair of binoculars up here and everything, but the names, they're a little bit scrunched up in the side, in the shoulder plates. Header well won by Luis Almeida, as Akinkoye wins the ball through the middle of the field. Richard runs it down. Wivel looking for Burnett. Philip Burnett, the one-time Liberty Flame, hands it off again for Richard, man on an amateur contract with the Bobcats, for Pusayan. I believe the man who was not in the starting lineup is Richard Forca. I don't see number 15 out there. So Pusayan is in the midfield area. And Pierre Richard slots into the midfield spot that Pusayan would normally occupy, and Pusayan slides into a center back role along with Philip Brown. I did see Richard Forca warming up, so potentially something happened in warm-ups that I was not privy to or did not see. So please keep your speculation at bay. Again, Richard Forca was listed in the starting 11 for the Bobcats when I was handed a team sheet an hour ago, but things do change in this sport. Mitchell finds Almeida as it looks like San Diego has moved into a back 3 with a 5-man midfield and a 2-man up front formation. Almeida again, he is harassed into a decision by Abdou Yam. Well done to get that one going. Filerman looking to win the header. He's bodied off of the ball, and Alex Cow throws up his hands, wondering how he can't buy a foul here. Lundin back for Almeida. Richard with a nice steal. Leaves it off for Espinal. Espinal moving in with speed. Cuts it over the bar and high. Ben Roach jumped to give it a look, but did not have to touch it. As Espinal, once again, the NISA leader in shots with 43. Always a good move for him to turn one toward goal. He's got 11 on the season. Your officials in today's contest in the middle will be Balvira Cabrera Garcia. Sharon Gingrich will have the near sideline. Trevor Haddock will have the far sideline. And Hugo Menge will be calling for substitutes and stoppage time. And potentially diffusing tension between these two squads, as every point matters here as we enter the last couple of weeks of the season. Here's Roach for Almeida. San Diego content right now in the 9th minute to just play the ball and keep away. Richard got to the ball first, but could not control the pass. Lundin ended up getting on the end of it. All the way up ahead, Brown giving a run with Burnett. Keeping things at the far corner flag as San Diego sets up their attack. Cutting one toward the end of the box. Cardono. And this one looks like an offside flag has been raised, or potentially a ball out of play. Yeah, I believe that was ball out of play, the signal from Sharon Gingrich. In case anybody's curious, I have no idea if she's related to Newt Gingrich. I have my doubts, but Gingrich is an uncommon enough last name, but I don't know, maybe. Sutton stands, puts an arm up, and sends the ball free. Young could not get to the header in time. In for Lundin. Along the side here for Cardono. Shinya puts the pass ahead for Corey, and Lundin jumps over but the sliding tackle missed the ball, took the player off the ball, and the ball rolls out of play for a goal kick. So all in all, good defense there on the right side of the Bobcats on the left side of the Bobcats formation, right side of the Albion formation. Gonzalez chips this one over two defenders. Looking for Burnett. Wivel crosses backward. Pass went for him, but Wivel had already cut forward. And a turnover here sends Albion the other way into the midfield circle. Daniel Bedoya can't make it through the midfield defense of Michael Akinkoye. Had to turn back for Gabara. Roach settling things in his all neon goalkeeper kit. Out ahead, right into James Filerman. Filerman taken off the ball on a nice back tackle by Lundin. Cardono couldn't find Tran on his preferred foot. Brown for Burnett. The Phillips combining to keep the ball, and Burnett sends it well long. Abduyam will get forward and could not get there ahead of Ronaldo Pineda. Back for Roach. We've played over now 11 minutes of action. Not a whole lot of offense going either direction. Yam, touch for Filerman. Back instead now for the team captain, Pusayan. Gonzalez, Akinkoye for Burnett. Wivel, who has been an incredible addition to the midfield through this season for the Bobcats, finds Richard. Richard sends a pass through, and that was a bit of a wish pass, wishing somebody on a friendly foot could get there, and nobody did. Pineda. The touch ahead by Bedoya leads for Philip Brown. Sutton finds Pusayan. Pusayan's got 2 goals on this season, part of Maryland's depth offense. Both of those goals came against City Union. One here at Maureen Hendricks Field and one on the road in Rochester. Pusayan has the ball eventually. Abduyam could not get through that pass. It slid underneath his foot. Almeida and the defense calm things down. Pineda gets it into the midfield circle. Turning away from pressure is Bedoya. Bara. He's repelled well by two Bobcats. And Albion again has to turn back. Albion's had the lion's share of the ball through the course of these 12 and a half minutes, but here on the steal, Maryland trying to take advantage. 4 players are back for Albion as Abdou Yam is forced to turn around to retrieve the ball. Filerman. Switching sides here for Gonzalez. For Philip Burnett. Andrew Wivel. Philip Burnett. Back at the midfield stripe, they go beyond and back into the Maryland half of the field. Husayan in this scoreless contest. It'll behoove both teams to not just win, but win big tonight, as goal differential could prove incredibly important in the logjam of the NISA table. Up ahead, into the box. Pass ahead and just beyond the foot of Cyrus Tran. Tran was ready for it, but could not get it with his right foot. Keeps the ball in at the flag. Bedoya gets a pass through, and Pusayan boots it up. Philip Brown with a header goes behind him. With the touchline, Brown keeps it in momentarily as it'll be a throw here for Albion. Look to see where this ball went out of play. And it's deep in the Bobcats' defensive third. San Diego opts to turn backward, though. Maybe switching here the point of attack. Mitchell, as they'll try the near side. Well touched by Codono. Finds Lundin. Lundin couldn't get around Pusayan. Filerman. Richard, back for Pusayan, who sends it over for Akinkoye. Akinkoye cannot break through the arm tackle of Gabara. This one is here, and Wivel looks like he's onside in the formation. Wivel cuts through, gets inside the penalty area yardage. Wivel cutting inside the box now. Wivel cuts it back onto his left foot, could not get a shot through to Roach. Espinal. This one is taken away. San Diego's got it at the corner flag. Runs out, though. This will be a throw-in for the Bobcats deep in the offensive third. There are 2 balls on the field, and you cannot do that. So Maryland is going to have to redo the throw. And they tried to go quickly, but the ball that went out of play had yet to be cleared from play as it came back off of the wall. Richard for Filerman. Filerman will chip it right into the waiting defense. This one bounces off of Richard and out of play. A throw in for San Diego as they attempt to escape their defensive third. Ernest Mitchell will be the one to take it, a Montclair, New Jersey native. He attended and started at midfield for St. Benedict's Prep, so he's used to playing a little higher in the field at certain points as the header here goes awry and Maryland gets possession of the ball right away. No Anthony Patty tonight for Albion San Diego. They're dealing with a red card suspension as, this isn't good for a road team. Ernest Mitchell is down on the field. As whistle is blown here, the physio is now going to be allowed to come onto the field. Ernest Mitchell, one of the defenders here for Albion San Diego, looks like he is down, and Diego Gomez may be forced into a decision sooner than he is going to like. Mitchell is going to have to come off at least temporarily. Depending on the severity of the injury, San Diego may have to use one of their 5 substitutes early on, and they only have 1 natural defender on a substitute here. As many road teams do, they only carry the minimum number of subs plus maybe a goalie, which San Diego does have in the form of Ryan Buckingham, but the only defender listed on the bench today is Gustavo Andrade Ibarra. So Mitchell, the man who played his college ball at Marist and Florida Gulf Coast University, joining Albion in 2021, so one of the few who's been with this squad for a while. He might not be able to continue. I'm not sure of the severity of this injury, as it looks like a substitute is pulling off a shirt now. And it is Andrade Ibarra. This is not ideal for Albion San Diego as they get started on a 2-game Eastern road swing. Mitchell is up. He is able to walk off of the field under his own power. So that's the good news for San Diego. But the bad news for San Diego is I'm not sure how fit Mitchell is to continue the contest. Gustavo Andrade Ibarra is jersey off and getting warmed up as the clock has been ticking now for a while. So we're going to have plenty of stoppage time here in this first half. San Diego started the half with the ball, so the Bobcats will start the second half with the ball as Diego Gomez heads over to his player to wonder about the severity of his injury. San Diego does have another match later this week against Flower City Union, and City Union are scrapping away for that last playoff spot. So you know they're going to be ready to go, as they're currently Flower City is in the 6th spot right now. I'm not exactly sure what signals are being made, but it looks like Andrade Ibarra is being told to get a penny on and warm up on the sideline. So Ernest Mitchell is off, and he is being waved on. So he's at least fit enough to continue the contest for now as Maryland gets play restarted. Gonzalez didn't really have any options going forward. Philip Brown's got it. Over to Jocelyn Pusayan. Pusayan switches frame of attack for Gonzalez. Looking for Burnett. Burnett tips off of a San Diego squad player. Burnett has it in his feet, going after it now. A heavy touch. This one is tipped up. Ben Roach jumps and makes the save. With a win tonight, Maryland Bobcats can move to 3rd on goal differential. They will need help from Gold Star against Los Angeles and the aforementioned Flower City Union against San Diego to stay up in the standings. Club de Leon also has they'll play 3 matches in 7 days, all road games after not playing since August 19th. So it's going to be a tough slog for Club de Leon to get their games in through this season. Foul here in favor of San Diego as Richard and Lundin were tied up in the legs playing a bit of twister trying to get after the ball. Mitchell is lining up to take the free kick. As he's being given a whistle to at least get things going. Here's Pineda. Mitchell chips it long. Husayan has it on the end of him. Looking for Filerman, couldn't get it there. Calls for Cardono. Cardono again, near side touchline. Mitchell. Keeping it alive, moving for Pineda. Flipping the point of attack as San Diego moves in. Back for Pineda once more. Dalu, foul is awarded in favor of San Diego. And they are deep inside, and a yellow card's been issued too for the tackle. First yellow card caution of the match is going to go to Philip Burnett. Burnett not exactly used to being in the referee's book. Doesn't have a whole lot of disciplinary problems on the course of this season. However, San Diego's got a chance on a free kick here. There are 4 men inside the 18-yard box for San Diego on this formation. Maryland has pretty much everybody back in defense. So San Diego's got a couple of direct options to chip it into the box. They have a few options outside the box. This is an interesting spot here for the visitors. As Balvira Cabrera Garcia has given his final instructions and will restart play with the whistle. Here comes a shot right into Sutton, who's able to corral it. Gets things started fast. Throw for Filerman. Filerman chips it right into the waiting body of Pineda. Well done to prevent any further offense going for Espinal. Always a good move for any team against the Bobcats to disrupt passes to Darwin Espinal. He is the team's leading scorer with 11, tied for the league lead in goals on this season. And for the Bobcats, a much improved squad from last season with 2 extra victories to their names so far compared to last year's numbers. Although they still might finish in 5th this season, just like they did last year. And if they do finish in 5th, it is almost impossible for the team to schedule a home playoff date. Filerman. However, if the Bobcats win out, it's definitely possible for them to make it through and host home playoff games. Gonzalez finding Burnett, already in the referee's book thanks to a yellow card on the tackle that allowed San Diego to have their most recent free kick chance. Slides it in for Richard. My apologies, that's Espinal. Looking here, Filerman's behind the D. He's offside. He's wiped out in the box on a tackle on the shot. Again, he was offside on the pass, so any foul in the box would not have been an issue for Albion, but still a dangerous play to take a man out after he shoots the ball. Touchback for Roach. Roach's pass is a little weak, goes for Espinal. Espinal had some room, lost it. Lost the pass. Akinkoye could not get it back. Bedoya. Back to him. Finding Almeida. Now Mitchell. Out ahead, and it's well beyond. This will be a throw for Maryland. 25th minute of action here in this first half. Not sure how much stoppage time is going to be had. There was a lengthy injury stoppage for Ernest Mitchell, who at least seems like he's well enough to continue in this contest. Albion did not bring that many natural defenders on this trip, so losing him would be a huge problem. Foul here on San Diego, and apparently the ball was still rolling. So Filerman will kick it back to his side of the team that has to take this kick, as Manuel Gonzalez is the one arguing with Garcia in the middle. Gonzalez gets everything restarted through Pusayan. Filerman. Pusayan again. As now that San Diego is back on defense, they look like they're running a back 5 formation. Interesting look, as on offense they run more of a back 3 as the midfielders go up. Espinal, heavy first touch, surrounded now by San Diego players, gets around the defense. Fake like he was going backward, now goes forward. Abdou-Yam at the edge of the penalty area. Sends a shot in, header up and away. This will be a corner kick for Maryland, as it'll go out to the near corner flag. One of the first set piece chances for Maryland on this season. San Diego looks like they don't have their formation set, as they were scrambling in the box to get guys ready just in case Espinal took it fast. Espinal can find a bunch of head targets in there. Sends a shot a bit low, and it's cleared out before it can reach Roach. Richard back for it, gets to it first. Gonzalez, Abdou-Yam's got his arm up, going for him on the pass. Finds a head, finds Filerman. Shins collide, falls for the San Diego for Albion. Sharon Gingrich has kept the offside flag down despite the appeals of Alex Cow. Bedoya moves into the penalty area. Bedoya is taken off the ball by Pierre Richard. A corner is awarded to Albion. Alex Cow firmly thinks Albion was offside on that play that gives them this corner kick. But the visitors have a chance here to take advantage of the moment. Albion setting up their attack now. A few more people in the box this time. They keep it low at the byline. Dalu touched it back, and they could not break through the defense. Kuliselski, and he'll be repelled backward. 29th minute has been played. We thank you again for joining us here on FIFA Plus. And on behalf of all of us here at the Maryland Bobcats, we thank you for making time for us here on this Wednesday night. We understand that many of you are working and have things that you have to get done 9 to 5, so hence the reason there's a bit of a lighter crowd here tonight at Marine Hendricks Field that compared to our weekend attendance numbers, as is to be expected for a league with midday matches. All the way across for Mitchell. Pass was a little bit weak, but Mitchell was the one who got to it first. For Cardono. Cardono one-on-one with Filerman. He's repelled back. Pass for Lundeen, couldn't get there. Espinal, body down off of Mitchell. And a foul is awarded a little late. As Alex Cow is now chatting with the fourth official. You may be able to see him at the bottom of your screen. Darwin Espinal is being instructed to move the ball back closer to where the foul took place. He does so. And Alex Sutton's got it as Maryland resets their attack, trying the right side of their formation. This one is cut off. Alexander Dalu cutting off the pass to Philip Burnett. Moving now into the penalty area. Everyone keeping their arms down. Lundeen, one touch here, looking for Sutton with a massive dive and a massive save. Ronaldo Pineda could not get it through. Uncharacteristic of one of Sutton's passes to go missing its intended target, but that one did, and a nice pickoff from Alexander Dalu nearly cost the Bobcats. Keeping a clearance up the middle. Pierre Richard taking it away. Filerman. They'll try again on the opposite side. Gonzalez lets it go by him. All the way for Burnett. Gonzalez, a little bit of room up front, and he'll find it for Espinal. Almost never a bad play to get it to your most creative offensive player. He finds Wivel, who finds Espinal again. Manuel Gonzalez, already a few goals on this season, connecting with Andrew Wivel. Duyam. Running onto it is Filerman. Filerman tips it beyond a player, gets behind the defense, but Ernest Mitchell, in earnest, gets it away. Sorry, couldn't resist the English language pun there. Husayan for Gonzalez again. Gonzalez finding Espinal. Back for Burnett. Burnett does have a goal this season in all competitions. It came in the Independent Cup final on a header off of a corner kick. Philip Brown, who also has a goal across all competitions this season for the Bobcats in the U.S. Open Cup second round matchup against the Ocean City Nor'easters. His goal was the one that prevented penalty kicks and a huge tackle. I think this is going to be a card for Ronaldo Pineda. Pineda is being escorted away, and a yellow card caution is being shown as Alex Sutton comes all the way out and chest bumps him. As, again, when you take down the captain, there's a lot more that goes on here. I believe Sutton is going to be shown yellow as well. So an unnecessary come out for Sutton. Again, I understand you're sticking up for your goalkeeper, and you're sticking up for your captain, but that one looked a lot more dangerous than it might have seen on TV. So 2 yellow cards in that sequence, Ronaldo Pineda for Albion and Alex Sutton for Maryland. I believe the free kick is still going to be awarded for Maryland as Sutton's yellow card came after the play was considered to be over and Albion's foul was during a run of play. So Sutton is going to be the one to take it, as he sometimes does when there's a free kick on this part of the defensive third. Sutton will send it deep. He does have 1 assist on this season as Ernest Mitchell gets the header down. As Diego Gomez was a little upset that Darwin Espinal got away with putting his feet so far up on Ernest Mitchell's frame. Somehow that ball stays in play. Espinal, nice feet to keep it in his possession. Back for Akinkoye. Fake to pass to Richard. Gonzalez. Cross for Burnett. Back for Philip Brown. Husayan. Espinal. Husayan again. Gonzalez. Heavy first touch, pops it up. Mitchell. Bumping Akinkoye as Lundin rainbows it over. No foul given. We're going to play on. Filerman. Abdou-Yam begging for a pass on that far side of the pitch. Gonzalez, Espinal gets around 3 defenders. Had to cut to the middle to avoid anybody else. As Burnett cannot catch up to it, Wivel does. Those two switch sides now. Another pass cut off by Pineda. Richard. Wivel. Burnett as the Bobcats now put it into the box. Akinkoye could not get a clean shot away. Filerman sends one on and Roach makes the save. Filerman off the left foot. He's still looking for his first goal this season as Roach sends a long one looking to catch the Bobcats up ahead. Akinkoye cuts off this pass. It's 3-on-3 for the Bobcats if they can hurry. The shirt tug here as Albion is called for the foul. As the referee is reaching into his pocket yet again, and it's going to be another yellow card. This one on Alexander Dalu. Dalu, the West Bloomfield, Michigan native, who played for Gold Star FC Detroit earlier in the season. His last match with Gold Star, oddly enough, was against Albion, a match Albion won 1-0 back in July of 2023. This is his 5th game for Albion San Diego. As sort of an educational feature at this point, Albion is a type of eagle. I did not know this until researching the teams prior to tonight's contest. So in case you're wondering what Albion means, you can replace it with eagles if you are so inclined. Chip into the box. Philip Brown gets a head down, moves a pass to the back. Not sure why he didn't go for goal there, but he opted to go for Burnett, who could not get a handle on it. Lundin puts an arm up. He thinks he's got a chance. Pass never gets to him. Richard. That's Espinal. Gonzalez. Espinal again. Moving ahead, pass a little in front, and Albion's got the turnover. Akinkoye back in defense. Richard forces the play to the middle. Nice spin move by Gonzalez to take the ball away from Daniel Bedoya. Out ahead, Espinal, onside here in the formation. 1-on-1 with Pineda. Wivel. Yam. Skips him for Akinkoye. Akinkoye finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds Espinal. Espinal couldn't pass this one in, and it will go out for a throw-in. Burnett. Gonzalez. Maryland keeping play on the far side of the field. Philip Brown cuts in, and he's got to turn back. Had Pineda right in his front pocket. Husayan. A lot more space on this near side here. Albion's dropped 5 in the formation. Could not thread a pass through to Espinal, well cut off by Pineda. Richard gets the pass away, gets around Wivel, sends a pass in, and Abdou-Yam A little bit of miscommunication there as Ben Roach has it for Albion San Diego, and he will opt to take it back to the center of the field. 38th minute of action now. Curious how much stoppage time our fourth official, Hugo Mengai, will put on the clock. Gonzalez for Wivel. Wivel instructed to go forward, goes for goal, and Roach with a nice save. Long throw, makes it all the way to the midfield line. Here's Dalu, playing on a yellow card now, as is Pineda. Lundin. Perdono. Back for Almeida. And Ernest Mitchell. San Diego calming things down here. Again, they're the team that's got to conserve energy. This is one of their 2 games this week. Whereas for Maryland, this is their only contest of the week. Cardono moving out ahead along the touchline. Filerman's out of position. Chip shot goes in. Finds a breaker all the way at the back. Pounce goes a little bit too high. Wivel trips and falls. Pass comes in. Off the crossbar, miss. Rebound, they score! San Diego has themselves the lead off the foot of Cyrus Tran. Maryland was all sorts of out of sorts on that play. Cyrus Tran has himself another goal on this season. That is his 4th. The Honolulu, Hawaii native who also runs his own soccer academy. Looked like he was the one with the last touch, getting it by the hands of Alex Sutton. As we now enter the 40th minute of action, Maryland will get play restarted. And now, Bobcats are playing from behind in the game that they really need to win to move up in the standings and keep themselves in contention for a home playoff date. Burnett for Wivel. Gonzalez. Long pass, looking for Espinal. Over the head of Mitchell. Into the box, and Espinal looks like he's got it. Espinal cuts back into the penalty area. Moving back behind, now Richard. Richard, wind and fire! Roach with an arm save! Gabara. Ahead for Dalu. Dalu cuts to the middle, and Richard poked it right into the face of Daniel Bedoya. Husayan. Filerman. Abdou-Yam. Maryland used to playing from behind at certain points this season, well taken away by Pineda. Cardono. Ernest Mitchell. Luis Almeida back on his back foot. Now for Ben Roach. Well, one thing's for sure tonight, Ben Roach is not going to have another one of those 0-0 draw where he and the other goaltender both get a clean sheet. The question is now, is Maryland's offense going to be able to break through this Albion defense sometime in this contest? Akinkoye spins away from pressure, and he could not get around Pineda. As Balver Cabrera Garcia implores everybody, we're going to keep going. Bedoya finding Cardono. A rebound goal is all that separates these squads. Philip Brown, Gonzalez. Chipping a long ball, looking for Abdou-Yam, can't find him. Andrew Wivel gets possession. Slides it for Espinal. Espinal cannot get around Ernest Mitchell. Kusayan waits, shoved, not to the ground. Filerman. Espinal. Espinal again. Filerman cuts to the middle, back for Gonzalez. Interesting move that they have Filerman going into the offensive end of the formation. Filerman's got a lot of assists this season, 4 to be specific. Has yet to finish off a goal despite coming close a few times here at home. Akinkoye. Manuel Gonzalez. They'll try the left side. Could not get through to Espinal. Ernest Mitchell, a good intercept. Mitchell has looked just fine since coming back in from injury earlier in the game. As the substitute that was out practicing for him just in case he couldn't go has come back to the bench and sat down. So it looks like Ernest Mitchell is at least okay to finish the first half, barring any other catastrophes. Burnett, a lot of space to find Andrew Wivel. You may be able to hear the head coach of the Maryland Bobcats, Alex Cow, imploring his team keep the tempo. Wivel cannot get to this pass from Espinal. Pineda for Tran. Back here, and now they'll try the near side. Perdono. Perdono moving all the way up. Long chip ball, and this one's going nowhere as Alex Sutton comes out to grab it. Again, not a whole lot Alex Sutton could have done on that first goal aside from getting the first ball, which at that point, again, you're playing in soccer, so the goalie has a lot more net to cover than a other net-based sports. Defense was all out of sorts leading up to that first goal. We've crossed into the last minute of regular time here in this half. Not sure how much time Hugo Menge will give us for stoppages, as we had an injury, a couple of yellow cards given out, 4 to be specific, and the goal. Big late tackle here by Philip Brown. This may be a yellow card. It is. If you're asking me, Philip Brown's lucky that he's still in this contest. That is now the third yellow card on Maryland. Brown, Burnett, and Sutton. As 2 yellows on San Diego for Pineda and Dalu. That was a very late tackle in a dangerous spot. It didn't take away a scoring chance, so that may have been the saving grace for the young defender out of DC. 4 minutes have been added for stoppages. That sounds about correct, at least under the current interpretations of stoppage time rules, although if UEFA and FIFA have their way, it might have been 8 or 9. Guevara takes the restart kick, moving out ahead. As now 2 members of the Maryland backline are on yellow cards. This pass cuts through and moving now into the box, and Sutton stops the pass here again. Alexander Dalu was cutting across the formation. Sutton sending a long pass. Pineda. Pineda's going to get told to get up. Espinal looking for Yam. Yam spins around a defender. Could not get around Lundin a second time, though. Well played by Lundin on the ground. Avoided the foul and got the ball. Wivel. Looking for Espinal again, cannot get him clear. He had 2 defenders surrounding him. Long pass again, looking for Cyrus Tran. Cyrus Tran is well out. Sutton's out to take the ball away. Tran goes down. That's the goal scorer for San Diego, and he's going to be told to get up. Alex Sutton actually helped him up in the back. Not sure if you saw that, given that the ball had moved now to midfield, where Pierre Richard's got it. For Prusayan. Akinkoye cuts to the middle. Has his space taken away, goes back for Richard. For Philip Brown. For Philip Burnett. As both members of the right side defense for Maryland have yellow cards in today's game. Abdou Yam. Looking for a lane to pass the ball through, finds it up top. Espinal got ahead to it, and Ben Roach makes the save on a bouncing ball. Ben Roach's ball as we are, I guess, in the discretion of our match referee of when this first half is going to be over as Tran pokes the header up. This time Sutton gets his gloves on it again. Filerman, middle of the field, keeps it on the ground for Gonzalez. Gonzalez has control. Gonzalez trying to evade pressure. Akinkoye cutting to the middle. He's got a little bit of room, has it taken away. Ernest Mitchell with the header. It's a nice pass as it sends Albion free. Well defended by Tran and had his arm tugged. Husayan, now he's going to get a yellow card too. That's now 5 players on Maryland with yellow cards in this contest. My bad, 4. I went to journalism school, not math school or engineering school. Burnett, Sutton, Brown, and now Pusayan have the yellow cards for Maryland. This one after an arm tug on Ronaldo Pineda. Yikes. Bedoya lines up and had his space closed off quickly by Akinkoye and Espinal, forcing Albion to turn backward. Almeida finding Roach. Roach sending it long, and he sends it well too long. Maryland trying to take this free kick a little quickly, as our all attendants are going to have to be quick to get that ball from going back into the field of play. Gonzalez's pass is to no friendly players. Richard finding Yam. Yam can't get around Lundeen. Krusayan pokes it free. Yam, quick touch for Wivel. Tipped for Filerman. Filerman's got some space now, looking for Richard or Akinkoye in space. It's cleared away for a throw in for the Bobcats. Alex Cow will be his team's own ball attendant and get it for Filerman. Espinal for Prusayan. Skipping Brown, it goes for Gonzalez, who tells everybody to move forward. Now Duyam keeping his run. He is onside. He can't get on the end of this pass, though, as it's too long and Roach comes out to make the stop. Codono finding Mitchell. Long pass looking for Tran, the goal scorer, and it's too long, out of play. That is the first half whistle as we've played the requisite 45 plus stoppage. And Albion San Diego has the lone goal from Cyrus Tran. The implications of this game are massive. Maryland needs the win to keep pace in the race for second place, and Albion could use a victory to leapfrog into second over Los Angeles. How's this one going to shake out? We'll see in the second half. Don't go far on FIFA Plus. I'm Max Walpuff. We'll be back with more NISA soccer action. And we're back for the second half of action. Thank you very much for joining us. Maryland has rolled on. Let's have a little more fun on this Wednesday night. One substitute to report for Maryland, Daniel Akinkoye, who has the ball and passes it back to Alex Sutton, making his first team appearance with the Maryland Bobcats. Subbing in for Philip Burnett on the defensive side, Akinkoye listed as a midfielder on Maryland's roster, so potentially a more aggressive substitution here, as this one bounces off of a San Diego player and is going to be kicked to the touchline for a throw in the offensive third. Maryland down 1-0 off of a goal by Cyrus Tran, who got the rebound off of a shot off the crossbar. Wivel finds Michael Akinkoye, who sends a back pass. This clearance bid is chunked and can't get very far. Filerman's bid to the middle of the box is awry. Here's Daniel Akinkoye for Wivel. Wivel has some space, cuts to the middle of the field, loses that space, and goes back for Daniel. Akinkoye will now go back for Philip Brown, playing on a yellow card so far in this contest. For Alex Sutton, who is also playing on a yellow card. The man Akinkoye replaces is Philip Burnett, who was playing on a yellow card. You may have noticed this is a theme here for Maryland tonight. Ernest Mitchell can't handle this ball. Falls for Espinal, who pokes it inside. Abdou-Yam swing and a miss. Gonzalez cuts in. He's going to win the ball. He's surrounded by two San Diego players. Bounces off a defender and falls at the feet for the visitors from California. And a foul is called here on Daniel Akinkoye already as Alexander Dalu was trying to break free. No card is issued for the second half sub, so we're going to keep playing. This has been an aggressive contest here for both squads. Roach looking for Dalu. Akinkoye can't win the header, but won body position enough to keep Dalu off the ball. Dalu is no stranger to the youth leagues of Michigan. He spent a few seasons around there before signing in Cyprus with, I'm going to butcher this club name, Kroinis Leopetrio through 2021 and 22. Sutton will send a pass forward as Lundeen cuts it off. Prusayan appeals for handball are awarded. As Prusayan, he's getting a talking to here from Balvir Cabrera Garcia for appealing for the handball. Prusayan's got to be careful here. He is on one yellow card. And already this season, I've seen at least one second yellow for dissent, and that was to Ali Diakate of Flower City Union. Speaking of Flower City, earlier today on a 1 p.m. contest, Club de Leon kicked off against Gold Star Detroit, and would you believe it, Club de Leon won the match. So right now, Club de Leon is 1 point behind Flower City for a playoff spot. Roach, as I believe Michael Akinkoye had his feet taken out from under him on defense, so some appeals from the Maryland bench for a foul are going nowhere. Husayan, heavy touch for Gonzalez, and it runs too far into the feet of Alex Cow. Left off here for San Diego, who has the chance to go second with a victory today. Dalu loses control, gets it right back off the pass. Gonzalez misses with his tackle, and almost pretty much a thank goodness he did. Two players run into each other as Akinkoye keeps it on the ground for Gonzalez, then Wivel, who's surrounded by two Gulls. And the Eagles, and apparently Gonzalez ruled to have gotten the ball, so we're going to keep going. Lundeen, center circle for Ernest Mitchell. Mitchell had a lengthy injury stoppage for him in the first half. He came back to play after coming off under his own power. He seemed like he just needed a little bit of time to reset his body. And he's come in just fine since then. No seeming ill effects, at least visually. I'm sure he might be playing through some pain, as many are this late in the season. Maryland playing their 22nd match as Wivel intercepts this pass. Michael Akinkoye finds Gonzalez, who finds Richard, who spins for the middle. Richard now spins for some safety. Abdou-Yam back for Prusayan. Prusayan's pass is deflected by Lundeen, kept inside. Prusayan for Gonzalez. Gonzalez runs in for the ball. Abduyam, he's taken down. No foul is going to be given there. I'm not sure what Bolvir Cabrera Garcia missed there, but that's a miss. Lundin. San Diego, a golden opportunity to capitalize. Bedoya finds Dalu. San Diego keeping it on the far side of the formation. Gonzalez gets the ball ahead. Abduyam can't keep his run. He's offside, so no pass for him. Richard lets it go by him. Daniel Akinkoye for Wivel. A high line being kept by San Diego prevents Maryland from doing much in the way of offensive attack. Back for Philip Brown. Daniel Akinkoye. Even if Maryland can rescue a point in this one, it would be 5 matches in a row with points, and that would at least help them break free from Michigan, who has a match later this week against Club de Leon, and Club de Leon is fighting for a playoff spot no matter the circumstances of their club or the financials that you might be privy to if you read league news, if you read news about the league online. The players on the field are still going to be competitive. Brown chips it up ahead. Tyler Gabara wins the ball. Gabara again surrounded and gets a chip pass away. Well done to keep control. Dalu and Richard battle for it. Dalu comes away with it. Cyrus Tran can't get away from the waiting defense. All the substitutes for Albion San Diego are off the bench and warming up, including their backup keeper Ryan Buckingham, who I've been waiting to use this note the entire night. Ryan Buckingham, he played for, I wish I was joking about this name, Middelfart in Denmark for the 2018 season of the Danish second division. You can look it up yourself. Foul here awarded for Maryland to keep possession. Middelfart is the name of the team. I swear they are a Danish team. They are real, and Ryan Buckingham did play for them. I've been waiting the entire night to make that known. I finally had a reason to do so. Offside are the Bobcats, as we now get back to live action. Ernest Mitchell will be the one to restart the play. Back for Ben Roach, who is working on yet another one of his shutouts. He's got 11 so far this season. Daniel Akinkoye, well done to win the header. He poked it out of play, but it kept the ball away from Alexander Dalu. An oddly warm early October day in Maryland so far as Wivel spins this one up. Abduyam can't get to the ball. Wivel's touch is heavy. Gabara. And the pass goes just away from Dalu. Daniel Akinkoye waiting for options. And he thought about going back to Sutton. Cyrus Tran ran back toward that side, so he'll instead find his brother Michael, who was tripped on the play. And they're not going to call a foul on Daniel Bedoya. Garcia's missed the last 2 now. And he's hearing it right now from the definitely partisan Maryland crowd. Abduyam trying to get on the end of this rainbow pass. Roach is out there with his hands to get to it first. Wivel was there too. Tyler Gabara back on defense. Luis Almeida, a local to the Maryland area. It's actually funny, our producer Kemba is familiar with Luis Almeida. He was not listed on the roster for NISA, so I did not do a whole lot of research on him prior to tonight's contest, so pardon me for not knowing his hometown. Pass was tipped. Looks like it's going to be Filerman to get it, and Filerman is going to be called for the foul as he made contact with Albion's player in the face. Again, that is a gotta call it foul. However, given the last couple of misses from Cabrera Garcia, I'm not sure why that one was the one that had to be called. We played 55 minutes full of action here from the Maryland Soccerplex. Once again, we thank you for joining us and making us part of your Wednesday night entertainment. My name is Max Balpuff, and on behalf of all of us here, a shout out thanks to all the men and women in our technical staff and media crew tonight, including our cameraman Mo, who's providing you with the best views in the NISA. Alex Sutton will send his center backs forward. Maryland, once again, playing from behind, something they are no strangers to through the course of this season. But it has been difficult for them to get victories while coming from behind, although they do have a notable one against the Michigan Stars at Romeo High School in such fashion. Daniel Akinkoye can't get around Dalu. And a little bit of hand holding here as Daniel Akinkoye is called for the foul. Alexander Dalu may be imploring for a card here on the youngster. And indeed, that's going to happen. Daniel Akinkoye is going to be handed a yellow card in tonight's contest. So he comes off the bench to replace Philip Burnett, who was already on a yellow card, and now on maybe the fifth most aggressive play of this half, Cabrera Garcia shows a card for the tackle. As everybody pauses for Garcia to make the notation in his book. Gabara standing over, slides it for eventually to Bedoya. Bedoya, a one-time New York Cosmos B player, sent a pass in and Gonzalez pokes it beyond. Bedoya from Medellin, Colombia, who moved to Queens, New York at the age of 8. Even did make an appearance in Major League Soccer, playing for NYCFC. Wivel takes the pass away. A pass goes ahead. Now Abdou Yam. Yam stops, sends a pass through. Akinkoye could not handle the pass. He got a touch to it, but unable to control it. Bedoya fakes the pass. Dalu, surrounded by 3 Bobcats. It poked off of who last? Poked off of Dalu last. Garcia doesn't exactly have the greatest angle for that, so I don't know what he saw. Husayan, another one of the 5 Maryland players who's been handed a yellow card today. Espinal's having a hard time breaking through that stiff Albion backline. Wivel forces the pass backward. Pineda got it just ahead of Wivel on that pass from Roach, finding Gabara. The Albion San Diego captain with famous soccer lineage of his own. Chipped ahead. San Diego now in the attacking third. Into the penalty box. Foul at the edge of the area. No foul is going to be given. That is an awfully late call by Garcia. And the pass could not get to Yam as Wivel and Yam again miscommunication as to who is there. As San Diego's already restarted with the ball. Almeida finding Pineda. Finds Mitchell. As this has been a frustrating half of action for Maryland's coaches. Late tackle here from Abdou Yam, and foul will be awarded. While I have a moment, I do want to shout out thanks to Koki Usomi of the Albion San Diego staff. He was very helpful for me getting pronunciations for Albion San Diego earlier today. So again, a huge thank you to Koki for helping me out with that. So if any of the pronunciations are wrong, you can blame him because he gave them to me. Almeida gets the pass beyond Darwin Espinal, the team's leading scorer for Maryland. Mitchell sends it long. And it looks like offside here is going to be called on Cyrus Tran. As actually, it might have gone out of play for a throw-in. The way that the assistant referee, Trevor Haddock, held up his flag, it made me think it was offside, but now the pass intercepted. Daniel Bedoya breaking in. Bedoya breaking around Brown, gets a shot away, and sends it wide of Sutton. It took a deflection. I think Sutton may have gotten a save on that one. Going to be a corner kick nonetheless. Corner kick will be right by the Albion San Diego substitutes. As, man, everybody's having a rough time with the referees in red tonight. Gabara heading over as a short option. As Albion, they're sending a couple of different players back in case of a quick breakaway as Abdou Yam and Darwin Espinal hang out at the halfway line. Nonetheless, the action is here for the corner for San Diego. A second goal might be death here for Maryland. Gabara chips it in. Pass intercepted. Free play here for Yam, off his chest. Yam's got to move quickly here, and he gets the ball away from Dalu. Filerman. Filerman running free. For Espinal. For Pusayan. Moved into a center back role with Richard Forca not in the starting lineup today. Foul here on Luis Almeida. No card is going to be shown here, but a chance for a free kick to set something up for the Bobcats. That is Espinal standing over the ball as the referee Garcia walks off the 10 yards. I know Espinal's got the foot to make this to goal, but it is an awfully long shot if he takes this one direct. The Honduran striker stands over. Team's leading goal scorer winds, fires, and it is off the crossbar and out. Rebound is going to be just out of the goal again. A golden opportunity for the Bobcats as a player is down deep inside the 6-yard box. That's Philip Brown. Alex Sutton, as he comes up into the center back role, a player is deep offside here for Maryland. As nobody's stopped play, as now they're finally going to, and perhaps now a chance for somebody to attend to Philip Brown. As I'm getting a chance to look at our delayed feed, Brown got it in, had a chip pass. May have looked like a non-contact injury from what I'm watching on the delayed feed that we have. He is limping up off the field. It looks like he might be okay to continue. No physio came out, so I'm not sure if Brown has to come out here. And he's back to full run. And Philip Brown just missed his chance for his first goal in Nisa. Off the crossbar, off of the thigh of Brown, a big stop by Roach on the second effort by Philip Brown. Man, that is a tight play. As Brown, he's back in his center back spot. Maryland does have one defender listed on the roster today. That's Abdullah Mansour for substitutes. Ball is dropped for Gabara to restart play. Back for Pineda. Bedoya. Wind and send it into the middle. Errant pass for Pierre Richard, who can't keep control. We've played 63 full minutes here from the Maryland Soccerplex at Maureen Hendricks Field. As the ball is running a bit long, and it'll be escorted to the byline for a goal kick. Alex Sutton will line up for it. Sutton will send his center backs forward and up to go long for the kick. The Manhattan-born keeper sending it long into the Maryland Knight. Immediately tipped back to him. This one came off of an Albion player, so he plays it with his hands. Richard. Midfield circle, chips it in, looking for Akinkoye, Michael that is, running into Ernest Mitchell. Mitchell's pass for Filerman. Espinal, Filerman. Runners coming in, pass is intercepted. Albion a chance to break, but the pass is errant, and Philip Brown gets it back for Sutton. Bedoya forces the pass. Daniel Akinkoye gets away from pressure. Contact was made as Alexander Dalu went in for the tackle. Daniel Akinkoye, to his credit, kept his balance, but still a foul is awarded in favor of the Bobcats. Michael Akinkoye. He's got some space down the right side. Space is closed off. Wivel runs the touchline, looking back for his brother Daniel. Daniel sends a pass out, and this will be a throw in for the visitors in blue. As it looks like you may be able to see on your screen in the bottom right corner, a sub is getting ready to come in for Maryland. We'll tell you about him when he finally lines up at the fourth officials table. Michael Akinkoye may have gotten away with a foul on that one. Daniel Akinkoye lines up for the throw-in. As it looks like it's Malik Tom, number 7 for Maryland, getting set to come in. You wonder who he might be going in for, as Maryland trails by 1 as we enter the final 35 minutes of this contest, plus stoppage time, however much that is. Gonzalez, wind it up and go. Daniel Akinkoye gets on the end looking for the pass on this rainbow, and he is shoved out of bounds. The ball runs out of play. They're not going to call the foul. They're just going to go throw in for San Diego. As Pineda for Gabara, back for Pineda. Pineda sends it long, but sends it kind of low. Right into the chest of Dalu. Header down for Wivel, finds Gonzalez, who finds Abduyam. Abduyam is taken to ground. Foul here, and a free kick in a closer spot than what Espinal tried for the net at last time. Malik Tom is going to come on for Andrew Wivel. Forward coming on for a midfielder. This is an offensive move here for Alex Cow. He definitely recognizes the importance of tonight's matchup. Down 3 points to Albion San Diego in the standings. They are stuck in the 4th position as Espinal once again stands over the ball. As looks like Darwin Espinal has repositioned the ball behind Cabrera Garcia's back. And the attention is being called to it by Albion San Diego. Given the way things have gone, I would not have been surprised if Cabrera Garcia pulled out a yellow card for Espinal there. He has not yet. We'll see if Espinal tries it long to direct toward goal again. Philip Brown came very close to burying the rebound off of the crossbar. Espinal gets his signal. Wind up. Go for goal. Right into the waiting arms of Ben Roach. Roach once again looking for his 12th clean sheet of the season. He's got 11 so far. As the race for the Golden Gloves heats up. Dalu playing on a yellow card for San Diego. Miscontrols this pass. Malik Tom right in off the bench, and he's taken off the ball immediately. Pineda doing a great job there as this one goes long of the waiting substitute, Yuki Shibata. All right, that's not the number that he has on the roster sheet, so number 30 is going to be the one who comes on next. I'll tell you some notes about him when I get a chance to, as he's got an interesting story through this season. San Diego pushing up into the offensive third. Bedoya. Richard closes in on him. Bedoya releases the ball off of a Maryland player for a throw-in. As looks like they're going to keep playing. They don't want the substitute just yet. As Yuki Shibata will head over the bench for some more instructions. Or not. Geez, they're wasting a lot of time on this substitution here as I think Shinya Kadono is the one who's come off, number 11, in favor of Yuki Shibata. So Shibata, last time the Bobcats fans saw Yuki Shibata, he was a second half substitute for Club de Leon on July 1st when the visitors pulled off a major upset against Maryland. That turned out to be the last game Shibata played for Club de Leon. Ball comes in, Lundin couldn't get on the end of the ball. Philip Brown clears the danger. Header by Richard. Header up again as Abdou-Yam is tugged. And a foul is going to be given here. Maryland restarts play quickly, and they're going to have to restart play again. So Shibata, it was the last game that Shibata played for Club de Leon was July 1st as he joined San Diego on July 30th and has been playing with them since. This is now his 6th appearance of the season. Malik Tom running after his dribble. Gets it into the penalty area. Waits for Richard. Touch pass for Gonzalez. Gonzalez wind and fire into the chest of Ben Roach. Long ball beyond Akinkoye. Some jersey tugging here is awarded in favor of Cyrus Tran. So it's Philip Brown got away with one there as both players were going after each other, but it is ruled that Tran was the one who fouled Brown more than Brown fouled Tran. Abdou-Yam spun toward the ball and lost control of it. Cyrus Tran running free. It's one-on-one between him and Philip Brown. Alexander Dalu running into the area. So is Daniel Bedoya. Passes right into the feet of Philip Brown, who makes a nice spin to get the ball out of danger. Another bit of jersey tugging. Maryland restarts play quickly after the foul. Maryland pushing the ball forward here, looking for Malik Tom. Malik Tom behind the defense. He's got a chance. Tom comes in, and a foul is awarded as Tom came free for the ball. He missed the shot on goal anyway, but Maryland once again coming close, but not close enough. As the home crowd is letting Cabrera Garcia hear it. I'm not sure what referee observers are watching tonight, but tonight has been a rough night for the man in the middle. Malik Tom definitely won the ball by taking down his man off his body. Again, I do think it's a gotta call it foul, especially because it affects a scoring chance, but that won't stop fans from being fans. Entering now the 74th minute of action. Kuliselski. Gonzalez, he's getting frustrated now. It looked like it might have been a handball on Kuliselski after the foul, but because it was after the foul, Kuliselski is going to be allowed to continue to go with it. Gabara goes back to Roach. Yam can't get back to it fast enough, as Luis Almeida also took away his body position. Almeida went to ground for his trouble, as Yam is going to get called for that foul behind the play. As a result of the spot of the foul being all the way back there, San Diego actually loses traction on the field, going from their offensive third back to their defensive third to restart play. That's the sort of time a referee really should play advantage because the play is already way up ahead. Filerman gets the ball first. It falls eventually for Bedoya. Bedoya cutting in, finding Dalu. Alexander Dalu. Edge of the penalty area, cuts inside into the 6-yard box, cuts in. Sutton, this one hits the outside of the netting. A fortunate break for Maryland. Ball got behind Sutton as now two more substitutes look like they're coming in for Albion eventually. Glubasevic and Andrade Ibarra will be coming on next as they'll actually take their moments now to come in. Andrade comes on to replace number 17, Corey Lundin. And Gluvasevich. Number 33 is going to enter for San Diego, and he will replace the goal scorer Cyrus Tran. So a forward for the goal scorer today, Husayan. He's got some room. Makes space for himself. Quick pass for Gonzalez. Gets around the referee eventually. Finding Filerman. Malik Tom had an arm up thinking that he was open. That's going to be his job. Try to get open in the box. He had probably the best scoring chance of anybody since the Philip Brown chance earlier this half. Richard. Back for Brown. Brown finding Gonzalez again. Gonzalez finds Michael Akinkoye. Michael Akinkoye cutting free. Michael Akinkoye tries a chance, and it slides into the arms of Ben Roach. Akinkoye went to ground. Appeals for a foul from Maryland's bench go nowhere. Gluvasevich from Charlotte, North Carolina, one of the substitutes as he lines up and receives this one. Ruled to have received it unfairly, as a yellow card looks like it's going to be shown here for Gluvasevich. Yeah, that was a fast yellow card. I'm not sure what was said out there. I'm not privy to any of that. But that's his second yellow card of the season. Despite signing with Club de Leon earlier in this year in Nice, he never appeared in a match and has now appeared here in his 9th contest with the Eagles out of San Diego. Richard. Finding Filerman. Late tackle here. Maryland's got possession for Cyan, and a foul is now going to be awarded in favor of the Bobcats, I think. This is getting really chippy really fast now. I'm not sure. All right, Filerman's being called back. Believe a yellow card is out. Who it's going to be issued to, I'm not sure. It'll be issued to a man from San Diego and to Filerman. So Filerman goes into the book here. As does the other substitute, Gustavo Andrade Ibarra. So already the most recent 2 substitutes for Albion San Diego, they've gone into the book with yellow cards, and James Filerman rounds out the defensive order as everybody on the defense tonight for Maryland has received a yellow card, at least has received 1 yellow card. Brown, Burnett, who's been subbed off, Filerman, and Akinkoye, who was subbed on for Burnett. Yikes. This is not a great look for this referee crew or these teams. Richard chips it in. Into the box goes Filerman. Filerman keeping his balance. Now Espinal. Espinal cuts it to his left foot. Cuts into the mid-6 yard. Cannot get there in time. It's taken out for a throw-in for Maryland. 79th minute of action. Can Maryland find an equalizer? Looking for Gonzalez. Manuel Gonzalez cuts in. He's got the ball. Gets around a couple of defenders. The pass is taken away and cleared out by Luis Almeida. Pusayan lets it fall for his feet, keeping it inside the touchline. Gonzalez back for Pusayan. Pusayan had his space closed down, able to get it to Daniel Akinkoye. Daniel up ahead. Malik Tom to the corner flag. Tom puts it back into the middle of the field. Lost control of the ball to Gabara. Gabara slides a pass 3, and the intended recipient put it out of play. Throw in going for Malik. Gabara jumps into Malik Tom's body. Malik Tom keeps it in the field of play. From Michael Akinkoye, spinning to the inside. Well cleared away. Richard tries a chance at net and sends it high. Not for a lack of trying, but Maryland is still off of the scoreboard here, as even taking a point from Albion San Diego will at least get them separation from Michigan for the night. And Michigan, they're playing another one of those restarted matchups against Club de Leon. or what's left of the team. I believe that one bounced off of the referee, and again, the referee's got to stop play at that point. So he'll drop it for Daniel Bedoya. Bedoya surrounded, finds the release point. Two players look like they're coming on for Maryland. One of them looks like it's Caleb Pritchett. This looks like an all-in type of move to try to get a last-minute goal for Maryland. They do need the standings points. Malik Tom sending a pass. It curls wide, looking for Filerman. Nope, that's Espinal. Filerman's way up. Gonzalez. Options develop for Malik Tom. In for Michael Akinkoye. Bounced off his body. Couldn't handle the pass. Bedoya surrounded. Richard cuts in. Takes it away from Gluvasevic. Husayan for Abduyam. Husayan again finds Abduyam. Back for Manuel Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying for goal, and he sends it on the grass wide. Maryland is going to call for two substitutes to come in. Caleb Pritchett will enter. And so will Abdallah Mansour. As Filerman comes off, so that's one. I couldn't tell who the other one to come off was. Daniel Akinkoye. So the second half sub, he's already being brought off. Unusual move for Maryland, but they do need goals. So they've brought on Mansour, who is the only defender on the roster tonight not to have a yellow card. Although he does lead the team in total yellow cards for this season. Player is down for Albion San Diego, and Alex Sutton is going to run over there to check on him. And oh boy, Alex Sutton's got to be careful here. He's on a yellow card too. They're going to call in the physios. Wonder how much stoppage time is going to be added now, as we've already had a few stoppages here for yellow cards, arguments, fouls galore. This has been a chippy game. Both sides understand the importance of tonight's contest. Albion a chance to keep pace and keep their battle for second place alive with their SoCal brothers in LA Force. But Maryland's still kicking around. This is another gotta-have-it match for Maryland. They've had a great run of form recently since the loss to the Savannah Clovers. They've won 3 of the last 4, and in the other game they had a draw. That was against Michigan Stars here, and it definitely looked like, as was referenced by Dan Creel of the Knights Who Say Nisa podcast, it looked like Maryland lost 2 points in that match. Definitely the more offensive team there that night, at least by my understanding of the game. So a player is down for Albion San Diego, as we've had a stop for at least a full minute of action. Alex Cow is taking this opportunity as if it was basically a timeout, trying to give his team some instruction to go for a tying goal here. As Sebastian Cedolo looks like he's going to be set to come in for Albion San Diego when the time is right. Sebastian is a Las Vegas native, born April 5th, 2007. Yes, that's not a typo. That's not an error of misspeak. He is 16 years old. And being a teenager has not stopped Sebastian from playing professional soccer as Nisa's youngest player. He was discovered as part of Albion Nation's national affiliate program, but he's only featured in one road game this season, a 4-1 victory over Savannah, where he came on late in the second half. As Cedolo has taken a seat on the bench, as the aforementioned injured player has now rolled to the touchline. Albion's temporarily playing down to 10. Swing and a miss from Abduyam. Caleb Pritchett moves in, can't get the ball away. Sutton is out to take this long pass. Gluvasevic giving him a run. Sutton using some nice footwork to keep the ball away from him. Pritchett running free in the middle, looking for Espinal. Now Espinal's got it, moves it into the box. Pierre Richard heads it up right into the waiting arms of Ben Roach. Fields the pop fly well. We enter the final 5 minutes of regular time here from Marine Hendricks Field. San Diego would likely like a second goal to push themselves further into the goal differential race. And Maryland, they need an equalizer before they can dream about 3 points. Foul here on San Diego. Gonzalez winds up, leaves it for the man who was fouled, Michael Akinkoye. Abdullah Mansour finds Philip Brown. Brown back for Mansour. Alex Sutton is now way out from his goalkeeper area. Into the box, looking for Pritchett's tall head, and takes out Ben Roach, and that's going to be a foul on the youngster. The leading scorer from Community College of Baltimore County, Catonsville. My bad, Essex. Again, looking for his first goal of the NISA season and has been unable to find any luck. Looking long, Philip Brown taking body position away from Yuki Shibata. Brown sending it long, looking for Pritchett. Heavy touch, ruled to be a foul as he took down Gabara. Another sub looks like he's going to be coming on from Maryland eventually as we get a look at it at the scorer's table. It's Sam Solomon. Poked out of bounds. Sub coming in here as Solomon will enter the match. I believe that's the last sub for Maryland as Abdou Yam comes off. So Pritchett, Tom, Solomon, and Espinal are on the field for Maryland. Again, Maryland's got to win, got to get points through these next 3 contests to end the season to have a chance for a home playoff date. Maryland, just like all the other teams in NISA, are not invincible at home, but it's definitely easier to negotiate travel time and schedules if your team is already in the area. Out of play for a goal kick. Sutton has to get a ball fast. Last 2 minutes of regular time. Mansour back for Sutton. Sutton opting to run up with it. Takes a running kick. Looking for Pritchett. He got a touch to it and sent it into the body of Luis Almeida. Husayan. Husayan gets by Gonzalez. Brown sent it through. Looking for Solomon. Run off by Kuliselski. Brown won the header after taking away the arms of Shibata. Sutton, deep ball. Poked up again. Gluvasevic. Richard wins the ball. Could not connect with Bedoya. Mansour, the imploring of Alex Cow to go higher right now. Malik Tom finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez, this one bounced off of a sliding Shibata. It goes for Malik Tom. Tom cuts the middle of the field. Michael Akinkoye. Darwin Espinal. And has the ball taken away from him. Final minute of regular time is slipping away. Not sure how much time is going to be added by our 4th official, Hugo Menge. Mansour. Brown. Gonzalez. Malik Tom. Tom cuts the middle and it's taken away. Tom bodies a defender down. Foul on him. And he's going to sit there on the field for as long as he's allowed. slow get up here as referee Rovio Cabrera Garcia points to his watch. Another 4 minutes of stoppage time has been added. So here at 9:04 p.m. on this East Coast time zone, it looks like we'll be playing at least until 9:08. Ben Roach sending it deep. Further the ball is away from his net, the better off things are for his squad. They've already got the 1 goal tonight. Throw in here for Maryland. Richard, Brown, looking for Sutton. Sutton may have to use those skills he learned as a forward playing in youth clubs in New York City as he sends the ball up. Albion San Diego's got the win, and they've got all 3 points bagged so far. Can Maryland snatch away 2 points and get one of their own? Bedoya is fouled, and Cabrera Garcia, he's having a time right now with Maryland's squad, not appreciating how this game is being refereed. As one of the assistant coaches has come into the 4th official's area to complain. Again, Valvira Cabrera Garcia has refereed games here before, and it looks like Ben Roach is going to be the one to take this kick. Referee again pointing at his watch, as Luis Almeida will be the one to take it instead. May have been a bit too obvious time wasting if they had the keeper take it. Pineda. Bedoya. Around again for Shibata. San Diego does not need another goal to win this game, but they would like another because of goal differential. A bicycle kick can't get this one out of the zone. Cedalo loses control of the ball. All the way out ahead looking for Espinal. Looks like this play is onside. Espinal against Ernest Mitchell. Espinal cuts in, looking for a pass. Cannot find a friendly foot. No foul awarded. This one bounced off of Gabara last, so it'll be a throw-in from Malik Tom. Into the 3rd minute or so of stoppage time now. Pierre Richard chips it up ahead, looking for Tom or Solomon. Tom cuts it in, off of a body and kept in play. Bedoya waits. Bedoya gets around a defender. Richard tugs at his jersey, and that's going to net him a yellow card. Pierre Richard has shown himself into the book as San Diego opts to slow everything down. San Diego took the kick, and then Cabrera Garcia blew the whistle to call for time wasting. Your guess is as good as mine how late this game is going to go at this point. Ball out, throw in for San Diego. Gonzalez certainly doesn't agree with that. Gabara comes in and a bit leisurely as he walks down the touchline. Understandably, his team is in the lead. Brown drags a defender down. This one goes out of play. It'll be a throw in again for the visitors. Gabara jogging toward the ball. Puts it back into play. Maryland, and now we're just going to play corner flag defense here. San Diego's already got all 3 points. Wait a second. Maryland judged to have not done the throw in properly, and all right, I'll call Ronaldo Pineda out on that one. That one is not okay to stop the ball rolling toward a opposing player heading for a throw in. And now Cabrera Garcia is going to enforce the has to be thrown in rule from the spot that it went out. Gonzalez sending it long. Couldn't find Solomon or Espinal. Pritchett running fast after the ball, looking in on Cedalo, 2 of the youngest players in the league. Pass stopped. Pineda. Gluvasevich loses control of the ball. And that is the final whistle. San Diego escapes with a victory as it's 3 points, and they move up to second. For Maryland, this sets up a must-win last 2 games against Gold Star and Savannah to even have a chance at hosting a playoff contest, as they lose their first contest since August 12th. Wow. What a game tonight. Albion San Diego came to play, so did Maryland. Everybody on the sides understood the stakes of tonight's game. But Albion comes away with the win after a rebound goal from Silas Tran is all that separates these two squads. Chippy, aggressive, hard football tonight, but overall, a good match. Thank you again for joining us. Our final home game, our last broadcast guaranteed from this field, will be October 14th against Gold Star FC Detroit, who makes their one and only visit to Marine Hendricks Field. From all of us here at Maryland Bobcats FC, my name is Max Walpuff. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow.